One semifinal in the books. Here's your second one. It's the Mimico Mountaineers and the St. Catharines Athletics. And boy, oh boy, Patty, if it's anything like the first game, we got a doozy on our hands here at 5 p.m. at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center.
Both these teams wearing double blue, but both these teams very similar. And you look in between the pipes here. Devlin Shanahan, a known commodity, already playing in the National Lacrosse League as a third-string goalie for the Buffalo Bandits. But Cam McLeod really making his name here. That 5.38 near the top in goals against average. He played so well this weekend, or last weekend, the week before that, Matt. Earned himself a tryout with Panther City Lacrosse of the National Lacrosse League. So exciting stuff for the young keeper.
Joins 5 other players on this St. Catharines roster with NLL commitments. 2 of them on the side for Mimico. And Steve Toll with ties to both of these teams, a longtime coach, first ever coach of this Junior A program when they brought it back. Now on the bench of St. Catharines. And again, the winner books their ticket to the final tomorrow.
The Toll Bowl, perhaps?
Sign this man. He's good. Here's Gareth Haig looking in the corner for Peyton Cormier. And that one off the tip of his stick and out of play. Talked in that last game, Pat, sorry. The Brampton Excelsiors making a Minto Cup in 2017. Mimico most recently 2016, the year before that. And Peyton Cormier, one of those holdouts from that team. Here's Simmons from the outside. Leader on the offense for St. Catharines. Shanahan ducks out of the way. Jogging it over center. This will be Rory Graham. Back for Cormier again. Circling the net. Isaiah Moran-Weeks. Not even on the roster sheet to start this tournament, but has played himself into the lineup here in the semifinal. Brett Colombe, Sean Grenier, and Josh Hiltz, your 3 officials, as they get play restarted at center. 3 15-minute periods in the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. Shot from the far side by Carter Zavitz. That hit Shanahan in the mask. Oh, the diving goal to get it started for St. Catharines.
You have got to be kidding me. Swim move, crease dive in the back of the net. What a way to start this game for St. Catharines. Ty Stainhouse. We've seen that last name score some crafty goals in a lacrosse game, haven't we, Matt? Unbelievable.
All of a sudden, the energy in this building kicked up about 8 notches there as the Athletics are on the board in a big way. Cormier outside. Gareth Haig will set a pick for him. Cormier has to go pick it back up. Long outside shot there from Devin Pfeiffer. And McLeod smothers a rebound.
I still can't believe we saw that goal.
I was just about to say, still trying to recover from way in behind the net. Ty Stainhouse. Penalty coming here to Mimico as the stick of Sam LeClaire went flying.
Someone clip that, send it off to all the networks, because that is highlight of the night worthy.
A holding penalty coming here. Brent Colombe already telling DJ Cleveley he's heard enough. With these 2 coaching staffs, however, I don't think that's where it's going to end. As St. Catharines.
Bad day to be a ref's eardrum, that's for sure.
Sets up on the power play. Here's Simmons. Quick stick down to the crease. Shanahan to his right to make that save. Keelan Pilon for Simmons. Zavitz on his left. Keeping the ball high so far. And now a switch over on the right side. Simmons back for Pilon. Big fake there. As it's played back for Simmons. And now the shot from LeClaire. save made by Shanahan. It rolls all the way back to the restraining line, but picked up by St. Catharines. Simmons, Pilon, room to shoot, had the corner, and it just sails high. Minute 10 to go here in the power play. Pilon, up top the shot, Simmons, and this one Shanahan's gonna collapse over top of, as recognizing some tired penalty killers out there. But as they try to get it up for Sam Wright, it rolls all the way down into St. Catharines' zone.
Pretty uncharacteristic turnover by Mike McCannell. Just a little bit too far for Wright there, so St. Catharines gonna get right back to it.
Simmons, and now Pilon. Simmons will back away from the top spot into the middle, and an arm save there, trapping it on the left side of the body from Shanahan. Aiden McDonnell up over his center. Here's Thomas McConvey. First time we call the name of the leading point getter in the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League season here today. I doubt it'll be the last, as here's Peshko. Far side McConvey cuts to the net and saw the mesh ripple. It was on the outside, as then McConvey trying to dump it out in front. Isaiah Moran Weeks got tied up with the ref and Thomas Whitty.
McConvey, Simmons, and Cormier, 1, 2, 3 in scoring. So yes, tremendous goaltending and defense, but a lot of offensive power between these teams.
The storylines in this game, Pat, are just incredible as you go up and down these two lineups, behind the benches, in front of the benches. You've got Troy Cordonley joining Mimico's staff this season, coming over from Oakville. As here comes a rip from Finley Thompson. He'll get it back. Gareth Haig, far side. Peyton Cormier falls there as he was hit way up high. Our official's arm goes up to meet it as well as Liam Lamoche. Lost control in the corner. Under 15 to go in the shot clock. Extra attacker out. Thomas McConvey for Cormier. Looking low on McLeod, as it will be a high stick here against Tyler Halls.
This is clearly something that Coach Toll and the staff came into this game saying, listen, we got to play tough. We got to get into the faces of these sharpshooters of the Mountaineers, but at the same time, you have to toe that line. Cannot take penalties, because if you just look at the talent out on the floor for this man advantage, it is scary.
McConvey up top. Mimico looking to tie it up as Cormier floats a pass over to the near side. Out of the reach of Peshko and Devin Pfeiffer. It'll be jogged up and over center here by Mason Kaminga. And Whitty. Simmons looking for LeClaire. Simmons will chase down his own loose ball. Doesn't get it though, and then dropped in front of the bench. I was half looking for a call there, but it doesn't come, as now McConvey will slow things down. Minute 15 to go in the power play. Just over 9 to go in our first period. Long range from McConvey. Thompson has it back. Finley Thompson fakes low, goes high, and we're tied.
Finley Thompson coming into this game, 9 goals, and you mentioned it, not even on the roster, but finds his way, and it's goals like that that show why he is so promising for this future of the Mountaineers. You've got so many guys that could potentially overage. Well, and then they're pretty lucky to have a guy just sitting and waiting, getting ready to take over the reins.
Still 8 99s on this Mimico roster, and I count 11 on the side for St. Catharines before we even start talking about the 2000s. So a lot of shout-outs before the day is done, as Liam Lamoche over for Finley Thompson. Seems like the middle cleared just as Thompson arrived, but that shot goes high. As here's Whitty, 3-on-2. Whitty from his wrong side, quick stick to the crease, and no shot there as they tried to connect with Connor Watson. Joey Zabo will spin away from pressure. Keeps the play alive as he passes for Pfeiffer. McConvey backing away from a few slashes. Now Cormier returns for McConvey. Had to use the shoulder to bring it back down. Here's Lamoche reaching for the corner. And he ran through the crease in pursuit of that loose ball. All tied at 1 here with 8 minutes left to go in our first period of semifinal number 2. The Brampton Excelsiors awaiting their opponent for tomorrow's final game at 8 p.m. here on the JVI Sports Network for the Iroquois Trophy. Peshko over for Gareth Haig. Haig will drop the shoulder, no room for him, so he comes all the way back up top for Pfeiffer. Finley Thompson far side. Haig with the shot, and McLeod save. And Tyler Halls there to pick up the loose ball. Man, Halls has had himself a tournament. The Vancouver Warriors prospect. As the 8-second count will give it back to the Mimico offense. Peyton Cormier fakes the pass, takes it himself, then gets buried after McLeod makes the save. As Connor Watson will jog it up the near side.
A bullet dodge there for St. Catharines. You never want to keep giving opportunities off possessions for this Mimico offense.
Long range shot, Jackson Webster. Save made by Shanahan. As here's Pilon. The high step, takes it to the crease. Oh! Got a piece of Devlin and the net. And that's the game for Keelan Pilon. Take it to the cage. As here's Peshko. Jonathan Peshko from the outside looking for Gareth Haig. Haig close to the over and back line. He got filled in, and the bench of Mimico wants a call. Not coming though, as St. Catharines will work over center. Flip pass here for Braden Maya. Outside Simmons on the run, the twist. And Shanahan will hang on, make sure there's no rebound either. Here's Ryan Haig over center. He'll wait for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer around a screen from Peshko, tries the return feed. Peshko couldn't hang on, neither could Cormier. Isaiah Moran-Weeks is in there as well. He gets to the boards first. Still battling for the loose ball and late in the shot clock. Mimico just gonna wave the white flag and go off for a change. Nearing 5 minutes to go here in the first period. Simmons, flip pass to Liam Ham. Now for Pilon. Good find on the far side, returns for Simmons. Under 10 on the shot clock. High defense here, all over the hands is Zach Young. As that shot hits Shanahan, dropped him to his knees. But he'll hang on and we go back the other way.
Shanahan seeing the ball well early, and that's a big part because of the defense for Mimico. They're giving him the shots he wants to see.
Rolling ball behind McLeod, and it's just picked up before the line. I think that may have rolled wide anyways, but anxious moments there as Owen Friesen comes to the help of his netminder. Ball outside for Maya. He goes up for Simmons. Shot comes and Shanahan the save as it's pushed up. Near side for Jonathan McConvey. Pfeiffer off the bench. 10 shots already for St. Catharines in this period. Only one has found the back of the net. Ty Stainhouse. Oh, Isaiah Moran-Weeks though. Looked like Brent Colombe waved it off. Josh Hilt said yes. They'll discuss. We'll take another look. And they signal goal. My mistake. Brent Colombe on the right side of the screen never made a signal.
You talked about players not being on the opening roster. Isaiah Moran-Weeks, another guy that was added after a couple of injuries, and boy, he has shown a great, immense skill set, especially around the crease. That's a couple of beautiful crease dives we've seen from the youngster.
Couple beautiful crease dives in this game. Perhaps not as pretty as that St. Catharines one, but it'll give the Mountaineers the lead here.
Isaiah Moran-Weeks, a Nepean product, and boy, the lacrosse up in the nation's capital has produced some tremendous athletes in the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. Nate Grennan, just one of them. We saw him put on a performance in our last game.
Aiden Bice right there, soaking all of that shot, and then no reaction, staying on as a holding the stick call, as Thomas McConvey was dragged down over on the far side. So Mason Kaminga jogging off to the box now.
And that's a big loss. Kaminga is a guy that logs all sorts of minutes for this St. Catharines defense. And you lose one of your penalty killers, it's obviously a loss when you're down a man, but when it's one of your best killers, it's even worse.
Of course, we mentioned Tyler Halls of the Vancouver Warriors as we get a look at Devlin Shanahan, Buffalo Bandits. Matthew Sykes, his teammate, San Diego Seals. We've seen him in the PLL. We've heard him in the PLL a couple times. As on the other side for St. Catharines, Thomas Whitty, Rochester Nighthawks, Owen Friesen, Halifax Thunderbirds, John Kitt, Philadelphia, Sam LeClaire, Colorado Mammoth. And like you said, you can add the name of Cam McLeod there, a training camp invitee to the Panther City Lacrosse organization.
And you gotta assume that's all Steve Toll, as he's seen quite a bit of him over the last couple of years.
Shot from up top, Cormier with Halls right in his face. Will extend the lead here for Mimico.
And normally you'd say this is from the wrong side, but when you're Peyton Cormier, no side is wrong because you can shoot the ball like that. The back-to-back NCAA champion showing off his skill set there. Everyone talked about the 45 points of Thomas McConvey, but Peyton Cormier, 34 coming into this, sitting in second. He's no slouch himself, Matt.
You almost forget about him when you're talking about McConvey, but if you're a defender, that would be dangerous territory.
And not taking anything away from McConvey,
no.
But you got to look at what Cormier does away from the ball. He's the guy usually setting those picks, feeding McConvey in the middle for those goals. So, I mean, I think they're the best 1-2 punch in the entire Ontario Junior Lacrosse League.
Listed 6'1", 229 is Peyton Cormier as McConvey comes back in. Saved from McLeod, rebound picked out of the crease. Playing up from Felix Cote, on the run, partial 2-on-1. Fake slow goes high, and Cote in behind Shanahan.
That is a counter punch by the Athletics, and you absolutely love to see it. Cote getting in on the scoring, might be a defender, but with those silky mitts, boy, when he gets into transition, he can make other teams pay.
Normally you'd be looking 2-on-1 there, but Matthew Sykes hustling off the bench to take it away. And Cote, 3-2 now is the lead, as possession and the faceoff controlled here by St. Catharines. Thomas Whitty. Another one of those 99s. Keeping it outside. Shot there. I thought I heard it hit the outside of the post, but the officials think otherwise as Webster gets a second chance and this time does reset the shot clock. Picked up by Simmons and he's buried in the corner.
Sykes trying to argue that the ball was out, or sorry, in his stick, but instead the possession's going to stay here for St. Catharines.
Outside for Webster. He gives off for Carter Zavitz.
Delayed penalty coming up here as well.
I feel like Zavitz has played 12 years of junior lacrosse. As we do get the penalty call, but is a 99. This will be the final one for Carter Zavitz.
And Matt, we talked about it off, the start of this tournament. We said the teams that have the most depth, that are tremendous inside the pipes with their goaltending. A thing that I think was underplayed was the veteran presence. And I mean, you look at these teams that are left standing, they are littered with 99s and 2000 born year players.
Well, and we talked about the coaching staffs as well.
Yes.
In the 9 p.m. game last week. As the pass off the boards, right for Zach Deacon. Here comes Deacon, looks off the pass, takes the shot. He's gone through the crease though as McLeod made the save. Not gonna matter as it's picked up by Sam Wright. And Deacon left all alone, takes it to the cage. Looked like he was just gonna wait, but then turns it on and makes it 4-2.
Matt, you want to talk about veteran presence? Well, how about Zach Deacon? An absolutely cerebral decisions, waits, and then decides, you know what, I'm going to take this here to the rack. The Minto Cup champion with the Orangeville Northmen just a couple of seasons ago. Shows how headsy of a lacrosse player he is with that play. And now we're...
Swim move here as another possession controlled by St. Catharines. Still on the power play, that last goal shorthanded, 1 minute left in that. 40 left to go here in the first period. Simmons looking to his left, there's nobody there as they're still making a change. Back for Pilon. Now they've got all 5. It's Leclerc, the last man out, bouncing around in the crease of Shanahan, who finally gets the stick on it, and Matt Wright will run it up over center. Slamming on the brakes, 15 to go in the period. Shanahan still in the crease. There's a couple players in behind the play, as well as Lamoche. Looks like no sense of urgency here at the end of this first frame. Peshko over for Haig. 1 second left. He fires, no time for the rebound. But a back and forth first period, good pace here from these two teams. A berth in the Iroquois Trophy final on the line. Mountaineers lead 4-2 after the first.
I mean, we expected this, Matt. Some great offense, but some tremendous defense and great goaltending between this. We've seen it all here today. And we know the last 2 periods, in regulation, I should say, are going to be a great one.
You are watching the second semifinal of the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League season here on the JVI Sports Network. Back to the Toronto Rock Athletic Center in about 3 minutes' time.
Hey guys, this is Paul Dawson from the Rochester Nighthawks.
And this is Dan Lomas of the New York Riptide. We've come together to create Back of the Bird, sports stories from the best spot they're told, the back of the plane. We're sitting down with NLLers across the league to chat about Junior A, Senior A, NLL, MLL, everything that goes along with it, on the floor, off the floor, and it's presented by Cottage Springs. So give us a listen wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it's Spotify, Apple, and I swear you'll love it.
Like and subscribe.
Peace. Swipe up.
The Lacrosse Flash, showcasing the personality within the game. Stay up to date with all the latest news from around the fastest sport on 2 feet at lacrosseflash.com and on social at Lacrosse Flash.
Ontario Junior Lacrosse League broadcasts are brought to you by the Dairy Farmers of Ontario. Hashtag Milk Up. I want to shout out everyone who's watching this game at Dakota Sports Bar and Grill. Mimico faithful have had their watch parties there. Every game of this tournament, they should be enjoying it with a 4-2 lead here after the first. Oh, the quick stick. Simmons down to Zavitz. Thing of beauty.
And Simmons just perfectly draws this one out to the backside, and Zavitz putting that home with some authority, making sure there was zero chance Shanahan was going to save that one.
Not sure if he was reading the play or reading a shot there, but Shanahan looked like he was almost out of position for the one-timer, but also right there in position. Just a bit of a weird read off the goaltender there, but 4-3, that one coming on the power play as we go back to 5-on-5 lacrosse here, and the teams have switched ends. And you thought we were quick in that first period. Here's Simmons. That shot straight through the stick of Curtis Bukta, and here he goes back down the floor, feeding Finley Thompson off the bench. The shot there sails wide of the cage. Good tournament for Bukta as well. Always love doing these things when players just seem to come out of nowhere. Not that we know everybody that plays in the OLA, but between the two of us, we usually have a pretty good read on most players who come in. Bukta relatively unknown, coming from Orangeville, but just exploding on the scene here in this, along with many of those players. Least of which was Ty Kurtz, I think, from KW. Mimico setting up again. Here's Cormier. Into the corner for Gareth Haig. His shot partially blocked by the stick of the high defender. That forced it wide. Here comes St. Catharines. Led by, John Kitt. As we said, the Philadelphia Wings prospect. Playing back to the near side for Simmons. Backing away Webster. Shot there off the end board. Zavitz has it back, and he's triple teamed at the end of the shot clock.
Just suffocating defense by the Mountaineers. We've talked about all the offensive power, but boy, this defense just so unsung. One of the best units in OJLL lacrosse.
2.5 gone here in the second period. Here's McConvey. The pick and roll with Moran Weeks. Tried to return it back and ended up going up top for Devin Pfeiffer instead, and he puts it in the back of the net.
This is just quick striking offense. McConvey add another assist right here, right across the floor. And Pfeiffer coming across, taking that shot, making no mistake there.
How about a screen by Moran Weeks to open a passing lane, Patty? Normally that's pick used to create a lane for a shot, but the first pick from Pfeiffer on the far side gives himself space, and then Moran Weeks opening it up so that shot can be taken, as Mimico now lead 5-3. Tanner Vale in for the Athletics. He'll give here to Pilon, another 99. And there is a ton of them over on that St. Catharines bench. Spinning back, LeClaire just sails wide. Dance step over in front of that visitors bench. Shot there, Shanahan the save. And he quickly sends it out to Zach Deacon. The Athletics did finish with the higher record, elected to take the visitors bench here and wear their light blue jerseys. Cormier shoots well, falling. That battle still continuing as the rebound is carried up and over the timeline by John Kitt. Kitt has a man off the bench. It's Zavitz. Now the offense back. Elon, Simmons. Simmons taking it to the net. Zavitz was dropped as that shot arrived. And speaking of drop, huge hit there as Szabo laid into Whitty.
Some huge hits we've seen here tonight. And Szabo taking down Thomas Whitney, who's not the smallest player by any stretch of the imagination.
Whitty's listed at 6'1", 185. Joey Szabo, 5'10", 185. 5 goals off 10 shots for Mimico. 3 off 18 for St. Catharines. And he's trying to come out of the corner, spun back around, is Stainhouse. Push to the far side, Webster, he's swarmed. Ball ends up in the stick of Shanahan. Ryan Haig in transition. Bert Pfeiffer. Here's Gareth Haig and Thomas McConvey. Under 10 on the shot clock and lets one go, hits off the dasher. St. Catharines bench wanting a call as that ball got caught in the feet of Joey Szabo and inadvertently kicked all the way down floor. They'll end up with better floor position anyways. Perhaps a little accidentally on purpose from Szabo that time.
Yeah, I was going to say not fully unintentional, but
Zavitz with the shot and it nearly squeaked through as Shanahan reaching behind him. Here's Graham. Rory Graham for Pfeiffer. Now Cormier. Pfeiffer in the corner. Big hack. Cutting through the middle and a high stick is going to be called here. I believe it's Jonathan Peshko.
And you're right, indeed, it is Peshko who's going to sit down for that high stick. That's a penalty that drives coaches absolutely wild. All the way far from your own goal, taking a penalty in your own, or the offensive end. Giving some life here to the Athletics, getting them a chance on the man advantage.
Chance to pull back within 1, trailing 5-3. 9 minutes left here in the second. Simmons to the far side for Pilon. His shot just wide. Over the shoulder, Leclerc. Oh, that would have been pretty. And in the crease and in front of Shanahan was Leclerc. Still trying to clear out as Maya's shot went in. Leclerc clearly in the crease. Argument from Steve Toll that there was no time for him to get out.
Yep.
But play continues back the other way. Pfeiffer. McConvey. His shot off the face mask of McLeod, who quickly gets to his feet and will send it up for Halls. Halls now Simmons. Elon off the bench. Work it down to the corner. Here's Simmons and Stainhouse and Zavitz. A big hit there on the crease as Maya was filled in. Still loose off him a couple feet. First Stainhouse, then Simmons. It ends up back in the stick of the points leader for St. Catharines. Over to the far side, trying to get it back in the stick of Pilon. He has it now as he picks it off the turf. And a save there from Shanahan. Number of whacks as Braden Maya came in hot. And now into the face mask of Ty Stainhouse is Mike McCannell. Initial penalty came as Maya was hit. This ball's out of the crease, so I think it's fair game.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's why the scrum ensued before that. And won't get a second look there, but indeed, I imagine we'll get the one high stick there. Not too sure. It doesn't look like anything else was going to get called. Good on the officials just to get the original. Both partners just sticking up for themselves. So 18 seconds to go here in the first. They'll have that opportunity for the two-man advantage. And then after that, a fresh power play. So really, Mimico handing St. Catharines an opportunity to dip into this two-goal lead.
Stainhouse getting the face mask checked. Puts the cage back down and retakes his spot in line, as it'll be a 5-on-3 advantage here for St. Catharines. Halfway point of the second period. Pilon in the corner, back here for Simmons. Near side Leclerc. Simmons and Pilon again, and ball caught between the legs of Shanahan, but quickly to his backside. There's Sykes, Peshko. William Lamoche. Keeping it high and out of harm's way. John Kitt spying him though. Played here for McConvey. Put Lamoche to the bench. Finley Thompson was his replacement. Nearly ended up with a play, but the Athletics defense all over that. As the first penalty has expired. Minute 5 left in the second. 5-on-4 now in favor of St. Catharines with roughly 6.5 to go in the second period. 5-3 for Mimico. Looking out of the corner for Simmons. Hard shot coming there. Maya rebound on the crease. And picked up by Carter Zavitz to get the Athletics back within one.
Heads up play from a headsy player. Zavitz, you'll see him, just look at, creeping in, unassummed, picks that up, twister, bam, back of the net. I know he's small in stature, sometimes gets lost in the shuffle there, but Mimico has to be aware when Zavitz is around that crease, because he's absolutely deadly, as he just showed right there.
5'6", 145. For Zavitz, but puts up big numbers over the course of his career for this St. Catharines team. They'll control the face-off as well. Athletics now in a position to tie. At right, high defense. Now on Zavitz as Simmons outside. Graham spying him. Shot there from Simmons, and this time the rebound into the stick of Shanahan. He's got Graham down the floor. Partial breakaway for Graham, but reinforcements arriving for St. Catharines in a hurry, so he'll slow things down and wait for the offense.
Great job by Shanahan making that save, the bounce back save, but also grabbing that rebound and being able to outlet the pass real quick.
Finley Thompson. Shot there, somehow misses McLeod, but picked up. Here's Simmons. Simmons all alone, couple fakes, and over top of everything as the rebound rolls towards the restraining line.
He had Shanahan beat, but just ran out of space. I mean, if you give anyone, if you had a choice for a breakaway for St. Catharines, you want number 6 with the ball there.
Him and Cormier were matched up on defense, and he kept Cormier high. And when that shot went, Simmons turned and went down the floor. Here's St. Catharines back again.
Great job by Friesen to run the ball up the floor. I know Kurt Stiers and Micah Kersey watching this game, pleased to see him at camp with the Thunderbirds in just a couple of months.
A spin there from Leclerc, got it as far as the crease. But no shot is now it's played back for McCannell. And now Peshko. Change still developing here. Isaiah Moran-Weeks with 10 on the shot clock. They work it back for Peshko. Fake the overhand shot, goes under. And the loose ball back into the stick of Thomas Whitty, this St. Catharines captain. Collision in the middle, Sykes and Maya, and then Sykes drops Maya as he picks up the ball and heads down the floor for what's going to be a 2-on-1 here for Mimico. Sykes all by himself and in the crease as he took that shot, and then an extra little bump. Retaliation for back the other way on Maya. John Kitt. About to say he's going to stay out on offense here, but was just looking for someone to pass to, as now he does head off the floor. Zavitz. Back for Simmons, quickly around his back to Leclerc, who called for it on the crease as Leclerc fell. Took out his teammate as well, and that allows Jonathan McConvey and Mimico to come back the other way. McConvey hit after the shot. Ryan Haig picks it up, and McLeod will hang on to the rebound as well. Trent Jackson. Under 3 to play here in the period. Big tie-up for this loose ball on the far side. Pair of nines. Pilon for St. Catharines, Zabo for Mimico. Work it all the way out to the corner boards. All of this on St. Catharines' shot clock, which is under 10. And then the rugby ruck pushed over and possession awarded to Mimico. Hidden ball play here between McConvey and Finley Thompson. It ends up in the stick of Cormier. Thompson back for Pfeiffer. Nice pickup from Cormier on the low pass as Finley Thompson's made his way all the way behind the net. Out for Pfeiffer. Bounce shot there. And dropping on top was McLeod. Racing up the near side, Aiden Bice. Another one of these 99s trying to get a goal here in his final weekend of Ontario Junior Lacrosse League action. Matt Wright heads up for him as the check was coming. Thomas McConvey, he gets filled in before he could release a shot, but right there to pick it up and control possession again for Mimico. Zach Deacon trailing the play. As Thomas McConvey, sidearm shot from up top by Peshko, beats McLeod.
This is just a great offensive shift. Look at the ball movement. Everyone on the floor touches the ball. The last one, though, Johnny Peshko unloading that shot from deep. And giving a little breathing room now for Mimico as they regain that 2-goal lead.
6-4 with 1:28. Again, the Brampton Excelsiors wait in the wings for their opponent for tomorrow's Iroquois Trophy final. 8 p.m. right here at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center and on the JVI Sports Network. Sykes with the face-off. McCannell. Pfeiffer off the bench. Bit of a late change developing for Mimico. It's played back up. Isaiah Moran-Weeks cuts the corner and shot there in the crease, I believe, as McLeod made the save anyways. Second gear for Connor Watson as we're under a minute to play here in the second period. Zavitz up top, Simmons. That hit off the arm of Sykes. It's a big grin under the face mask after he soaked that off the left arm. 10 on the shot clock here. Freshman off the bench is Pilon down low. And it's just shoveled towards the net by Liam Ham. Mimico will get possession here with 30.3 on the clock, and Shanahan will go to the bench, presumably for the extra attacker.
I think that would be a safe assumption here, Matt, is Mimico obviously would love to extend this lead to 3 heading into the final frame of regulation. And as mentioned before, you know, St. Catharines has done a tremendous job keeping this offense at bay 5-on-5. It's just when the extra attackers come out, anything on the power play.
Look at what Simmons has done in this tournament. Through 8 games, 28 assists for 34 points. Absolutely disgusting.
Unbelievable.
From the St. Catharines player. But if you think that's good, a bigger number on the other side, and 23 goals and 20 assists. Little bit of column A and B for Thomas McConvey for 43 points. As you said, Pat, when we started, first, second, and third in league scoring represented here in this game.
And tonight, Peshko right now, as it stands on the goal sheet, I think he may have gotten an assist, but
McConvey, yeah?
McConvey not being able to find the score sheet.
We saw that in the most recent semifinal with Dyson Williams, just snake bit throughout that game as the clock about to tick down to 10 here. Mimico waiting to start their play with the goaltender out. And they throw it into the corner too high for Finley Thompson. Picked up in a timeout called by St. Catharines as Mason Kaminga picks it up, but only 1/10 of a second on the clock here for the Athletics to do something.
Not too sure if there's going to be time added on, but
Brent Colombe's going to go check.
it looks like maybe he says add 1 second on the clock.
That's enough time for...
Still not a ton of time, but definitely
you can
enough.
get a quick stick off. You can get something.
A prayer.
We remind you that this is the second semifinal, but lots more action to come here on the JVI Sports Network today. 2 more games here on this channel, 2 over on our second channel, as our focus is about to shift to the Futures Division. Mimico, Peterborough, and Whitby, Toronto will be here on this floor. That came kind of quick, that last second shot. It was just a bomb from the end zone for the Athletics. But as we said, 4 games coming in the Futures Division and 1 more period left here in the second semifinal of the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. We'll take a timeout and we'll bring you that 3rd period. On the other side of this break, you are watching the OJLL from the Toronto Rock Athletic Center here on the JVI Sports Network.
Hey guys, this is Paul Dawson from the Rochester Nighthawks.
And this is Dan Lomas of the New York Riptide. We've come together to create Back of the Bird, sports stories from the best spot they're told, the back of the plane. We're sitting down with NLLers across the league to chat about Junior A, Senior A, NLL, MLL, everything that goes along with it, on the floor, off the floor, and it's presented by Cottage Springs. So give us a listen wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it's Spotify, Apple, and I swear you'll love it.
Like and subscribe.
Peace. Swipe up.
The Lacrosse Flash, showcasing the personality within the game. Stay up to date with all the latest news from around the fastest sport on 2 feet at lacrosseflash.com and on social at Lacrosse Flash.
Ontario Junior Lacrosse League broadcasts are brought to you by the Dairy Farmers of Ontario. Hashtag Milk Up. As we are underway here in the third. Already saw Whitty get lit up for an over and back earlier, nearly a second time off this faceoff as the teams have switched sides. St. Catharines going left to right to finish this one out. As Simmons will push back there for Leclerc. Dug out by Matthew Sykes. Sykes on the partial 2-on-1 along with, that's Jonathan McCombie.
Would have liked to see McCombie. He's on his wrong side. Maybe throw that pick there, free up some space. Sykes can come around, take that shot.
It's Thompson. Moran Weeks taking it to the net, and his shot. They reset the shot clock, so must have gone off McLeod as it's one back here by Mimico.
I think it may have gone off that pipe.
Peshko to the outside for Gareth Haig. Back for Pfeiffer. Finley Thompson. Big pile up in the middle as Moran Weeks was taken down. Now there's a wrestling match happening at the restraining line. Already one penalty coming here, and it's going to be to St. Catharines. Extra attacker on, it's Cormier. Cormier to the crease, quick stick, and off the back of the net to stop play. That's 6-4 here for Mimico as they'll head to the power play with John Kitt going off.
That's twice on that shift alone. We almost saw Isaiah Moran Weeks again score from the inside around that crease. He was denied by the post the one time and then the side of the net there.
Here's Thomas McConvey. Right side Cormier. In the middle Haig. Played back for Finley Thompson and Pfeiffer. All five have touched it now for Mimico. Here's McConvey. Goes against the grain, looking back for Haig. Cormier has to recover possession. Thompson. Big dodge there to get the shot away and the rebound as it's come up for Pfeiffer. McConvey, Cormier, Haig as they work the left side again. Fake from Thompson.
That might have been a slash to the face.
Shot from Cormier as the penalty's down to 1:15. Halls. Over center, Carter Zavitz. Through Webster for Simmons. We showed you the graphic. Ball usually does go through Alex Simmons. And it will again here as I think he was just trying to beat the shot clock there, but it ended up hitting a Mimico defender, possibly Rory Graham. Three minutes gone here in the third period.
You're telling me someone with the name Rory, who is from Mimico, blocked the shot?
Here's Peshko. Finley Thompson behind the cage, tries the dunk shot, and through in the crease, yeah. As down the floor, Halls. Fakes to the first man, gives it to the second, who returns it back to the first, which is Pilon. Maya out there, Stainhouse now. All the way to the outside, back for Pilon. Penalty has expired, we're back to 5-on-5 as that shot sounds like hit the throat guard of Shanahan. He's checking the equipment, says he's good, says the gear's good, so play will continue. With McConvey over center, Lamoche. His low shot around the defender, McLeod making the save. Picked out of the corner, played back Pfeiffer, quickly through to Haig. Peshko takes top spot. Into the corner, Isaiah Moran Weeks will go play it off the boards. Isaiah Moran Weeks hit while shooting. Is that one off the glass? And now for McConvey. Peshko went high to receive it. Quick stick looking for Haig, and it just missed. as Pfeiffer with the feed. 5 in the shot clock. McLeod making the save, and then Moran Weeks reaching for the rebound was taken out of the play, and St. Catharines will run it out of their zone. Trent Jackson, Carter Zavitz was looking to flip to Liam Ham, I believe, and Ham wasn't ready, so LeClaire and Simmons. Back for Webster. Fed out in front, and that's off a body. And we'll roll Aaron in the corner. Matthew Sykes. And Finley Thompson. Thomas McConvey, Peyton Cormier. Big boys out there right now for Mimico as the shot from Cormier. Under the arm of McLeod, who went to his left. And we'll make sure there's no rebound. Here's Halls. Maya. Coming off the bench, Simmons. Working it in the corner. Stainhouse stumbled as it's played back here for Pilon. Fake the pass up top. Pilon will take the shot and score.
A great job by Pilon, takes this down low, sees Shanahan's just off his pipe, throws that little skipper right into the back of the net. Pilon, another one of these prospects heading into this year's NLL draft, continuing just to raise his stock after he's had quite the campaign here for the Athletics.
Face-off kicked back by Mason Kaminga. Athletics will control it in the corner. Here for Felix Cote. Quickly now. Up into Liam Ham, who takes it to the net. And Ham was filled in by Zach Young. His way through to the crease. As Mimico takes over, it's in the stick of Jonathan Peshko. Now Finley Thompson and Peyton Cormier. Lamoche on his way to the cage, a shot there, and McLeod the save. We mentioned Carter Zavitz, Thomas Whitty, Alex Simmons, Keelan Pilon, Liam Ham, Owen Friesen, John Kitt, Sam LeClaire, Felix Cote, Mason Kaminga, Tyler Halls, Hayden Bice, Blair Pachariva, and Cam McLeod, all the 99s on this St. Catharines team, trying to extend their junior careers. As a shot there covered up by one of the 99s for Mimico, Devlin Shanahan, and Riley O'Callahan, playing their final seasons. Along with
good Irish boys.
Matthew Sykes, Devin Pfeiffer, Jonathan McConvey, Liam Lamoche, Mike McCannell, and Zach Deacon. All the 99s here in semifinal number 2.
Tremendous, tremendous junior careers for all of them. These two teams have had that core group for such a long time.
Past the outside for Maya. And again, that's without even talking about the 2000s.
It's true.
This will be to the outside for Ty Stainhouse, who no room for him to move, so dumps it back into the corner where it'll bounce into Shanahan. Still a 1-goal margin here and under 7 to play in the third. It's Pfeiffer. Looking for help, not finding any. St. Catharines all over everyone in white. As Moran Weeks somehow picked that up, but then got dropped. Rebound rolls there for Cormier, and the save from McLeod. I don't know how Moran Weeks got that pass away. Here's Pilon. Pilon up top for Webster. Simmons in the corner. LeClaire will set the pick for Carter Zavitz. Back for Pilon, under 10 on the shot clock. Webster looking for it. Spinning back is Zavitz. Shot clock down to 1. Simmons needs the shot, and it's well wide.
Couple of outstanding shifts from this Mountaineers defense. Another clock kill. That's 2 straight for Mimico.
And Troy Cordingley working the back door. Has this shot here from Finley Thompson. Peshko. Thomas McCombie over for Gareth Haig. His shot skips off the shoulder there of McLeod, and the rebound controlled by Finley Thompson. Here's Haig again. McCombie setting the screen. Pass looking to the near side. Goes errant. And running away with it, Felix Cote. Scored a beautiful goal earlier in this game, did Felix Cote. Not as beautiful as the one from Ty Stainhouse, though, but St. Catharines will take one more here. Maya trying it, and they get it! Maya in tight.
My, oh, Maya. What an unbelievable goal, Matt. You said we've seen some beautiful ones tonight. Add that one to the list. Maya puts his defender in the spin cycle and just puts that one right over the shoulder of Shanahan. And with 5 minutes and 6 seconds to go, we're all tied up at 6.
Would you expect anything less from the way these two teams play lacrosse? And no mistake there. Remember, it's the feet staying out of the cylinder when you take the shot, and well out from Braden Maya. Kaminga and Ryan Haig will renew acquaintances now as the possessions and the face-offs become that much more important. Two of the better drawmen in the tournament, and Haig will push it back to Jonathan McConvey. On the face-off, you can cross one line. Mimico does just that. As Finley Thompson will roll it back to Peyton Cormier. Thompson, Lamoche. Up top for Cormier, back into the corner. Cormier on the run, and his stick was tied up at the last second there by Thomas Whitty. Lamoche with pressure coming. Liam Lamoche trying to beat the shot clock. He does. Bit of trouble with it was Connor Watson, but the Athletics will corral possession. 6 on their 8 count when he crossed center if you go by the shot clock, and then nearly over and back as well for Aiden Bice. As Simmons will jog in. Alex Simmons turns and fires. That hit someone's helmet. It might have been LeClaire as the ball ended up at his feet. And right there in the vicinity was Mike McCannell, who will send it back in transition for Mimico. Here's Peshko, under 4 to go in regulation. Feeding here, Pfeiffer in on net, and McLeod making the save, and the rebound ends up at his feet.
That's exactly why Panther City Lacrosse Club called up McLeod and gave him a 1-year contract. It's his calm, cool, collected demeanor in between the pipes.
Here's Pilon now. Hitting it outside, Liam Ham off the bench. Pilon again. To the far side for Stainhouse, the shot. Shanahan was looking all around, but it had bounced out to Rory Graham. Finley Thompson will play back for Buckta now. Not a whole ton of offensive shifts in this game for Buckta as they try and get some size in front of McLeod. That shot hung on to with 3 minutes left to go. Connor Watson. Now Braden Maya. Outside. From the corner, Zavitz around the back. Loose ball. Here's Zabo, flipping to Peshko. Peshko waiting to shoot, and he does. Pfeiffer was in the vicinity, but they give them the reset. As Thomas McConvey will cut the corner, takes it, dives, and in the crease, they call Thomas McConvey, who was beside himself when he got up.
Wow, that's a close one. Oh my gosh. As we'll see it right there.
Oh, Simmons. And unfortunately, showing you that we missed Simmons. The shot, Shanahan down. Rebound, a roll back out. I believe it was LeClaire on the crease to grab the rebound and put it in the empty cage. Shot from Simmons went off the pad of Shanahan, who was down in the crease. Rebound out to LeClaire, right to his left. And a 1-goal lead for St. Catharines. And a clean win for Mason Kabinga as the head flies off the stick of Haig. Ton of whistles as an extra ball has come onto the floor. And possession here for St. Catharines with 1:47 left to go.
Thomas Whitty. I don't know if you could see before that draw. Went over the official, just wanted to make sure, do we have one timeout remaining? Both teams with one timeout left. So this is absolutely huge. 1:45 left. That is an eternity with these timeouts.
Up top for Pilon. Goes to his left side for Simmons. Going to be a change coming off the bench, or they're just going to leave 4 up high as Maya works his way in. Picked up here by Graham. Maya was dropped in behind the play as Graham trying to direct traffic. Here for Thompson. Finley Thompson and Peshko. Thompson, McConvey, Cormier. Last one to touch, it'll be Lemos, who does so right now. And we're in the final minute of regulation. Here for McConvey, his shot. Finley Thompson, the rebound. And it's loose in the corner. Liam Lemos's first one there. Big battle for it, and it looks like it's going to be Mimico that pulls it free. Jonathan Peshko. Lemos's shot, and McLeod will cover up. 41.8 left to here on the clock. Whitty and Zavitz are out there now, along with Liam Ham. 30 seconds to go as Pilon will slow it down. McConvey staying on the floor, so only a 4-man set up here for St. Catharines. Looking for Zavitz, couldn't find him. Here's Ham, well wide of the net. Shot clock, excuse me, that's the horn on the other side. There's a lot going on here on the blue turf at Toronto Rock Athletic Center, and I believe Mimico's called timeout with 11.6 left to go. Take a breath, Pat.
I will take one indeed. The electricity in this building is unbelievable, Matt. You said they've increased capacity, and boy, you can feel it here today, especially in this second semifinal. As we could barely even hear the buzzer sound, and then we certainly didn't even hear that whistle be blown, but you knew the timeout was coming with just 11.6 seconds to go. As Mimico will have to draw something up here, try to force overtime.
It'll come with Shanahan on the bench. Finley Thompson out there, Peyton Cormier, Thomas McConvey. Matthew Sykes taking an offensive shift, as is Mike McCannell. Ball will start all the way back in the stick of Peshko. Here comes the final play. Peshko, Thompson, dropped in the middle was Halls. Loose ball, down the floor. The Athletics are going to the final.
What an unbelievable gritty performance by the Athletics. A team that was supposed to host the Minto Cup Championship. Well, this isn't a Minto, but they are going to have an opportunity to raise a trophy at the end of the season as they just punched their ticket to the OJLL Finals against Brampton tomorrow night.
My goodness, Pat, what a matchup. That's going to be, it comes your way at 8 o'clock tomorrow here at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center and on the JVI Sports Network. And there it is, the Iroquois Trophy, which will be awarded after that game, some pregame ceremonies. Again, coming your way tomorrow night at 8 p.m. following the Futures Final here on the blue turf at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center.
What a game, Matt. What a pair of games.
What a pair of games, absolutely.
Both games coming down right to the wire, and everyone here watching on JVI Sports Network has been treated to two unbelievable games. We still have futures, so don't change the channel. Stick around for the futures, but tomorrow, what an unbelievable game we have on tap.
Well, some of these players will have to wait and find out. Watch your social media channels for an announcement of the rosters for next week's Ontario Junior Lacrosse League All-Star Game. Just announcing here Saturday, August the 14th. You can follow more at the OJLL, the rosters for that, and a lot more to come for the All-Star Game of the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. That just being announced, breaking news here on JVI Sports Network, so more to follow from that. But we do know that the final will be St. Catharines and Brampton tomorrow at 8 p.m. Boy, Pat, that's going to be a dandy.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Our coverage from here at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center in the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League concludes for the day, but now our focus shifts to the Futures Division. Stay tuned here for two more games. And of course, fire up the second channel where we'll have KW Brampton, followed by St. Catharines Oakville in the Futures Division as well. On behalf of my partner, Pat Gregoire, and our JVI Sports Network crew, I'm Matthew Carrick. We'll talk to you in about 40 minutes time.